See there, power lines got taken down by that tree actually, so no power, and the power line's actually just dangling over the top of my car. Yeah, just a quick video showing you guys what happened, at least in front of my house. Lost power, obviously. Alarm's going crazy because it's going on backup power. Obviously no internet as well, which kind of sucks. And unfortunately, because power went out, like the line went down in front of my house, I don't think I'm gonna have power for over a week at least, you know, which sucks. But last time we didn't even have a down power line, and the power was still out for like 5-6 days. So this time with actual physical damage right in front of a house, I doubt power is going to be restored earlier. You can actually see a messy table, and then a glow stick, which is actually marking off my bag. Let me just get a flashlight out. There we go. Ooh, it's a little bright, but you see my bag ready to go, my work bag. But I might have grabbed that as well if I had the time. But basically anything important I needed, I had in this bag. So, let's see, you know, flashlights, some protein bars, clothing, whatnot. Maybe I'll do a video on this after this whole hurricane thing is over. Either way, I'm gonna try and reserve as much battery power as I can on all my electronics. So yeah, that's it for this part. What's up, guys? It's Wednesday, so happy Halloween, although it won't be Halloween anymore after you guys actually see this video when I get a chance to put it up. I still don't have power because, like I said before, there's a down power line right in front of my house, and you know, LIPA hasn't come to do anything about it, even though, you know, my parents and some of my friends, they've already regained power. Like some of my coworkers have power again too. Me, I don't expect I'm gonna get power back for like another week. That's just how it is. I went ahead and drove to work this morning because I'm not too far away, and there was no power in the building. You know, yesterday some of the higher ups had called and said, you know, power's out in the building, they'll come to work. Today I didn't get a call in the morning. I figured, you know what the hell, I'm not that far away, I might as well go drive over there and take a look. Still no power, so kind of sitting at home with no electricity, no internet, kind of bored. And I figured since my digital camera has 2 fully charged batteries, that I might as well make some videos. And what better video to make than something related to the hurricane. So in front of you, you see I have the, you know, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I got my go bag set up. It's not really a bug out bag. It's more of like a hurricane kit, I guess, in case I had to evacuate. I do live kind of in the center of Long Island, so generally I shouldn't have to evacuate because of floods like other places along the coast, like maybe Fire Island I know had to get evacuated, and parts of Riverhead and the Hamptons definitely had to get evacuated. For me, this was just in case, and I decided I didn't have anything set up for evacuation. I figured I might as well get a bag ready. So it's actually 2 bags. This bag is actually, I guess, the EDC bag. You know, generally what I carry in terms of EDC is in this bag. Originally, I actually set up where I had my pants ready to go. You know, the whole point was, all right, if I have to evacuate and let's say I don't have time to grab the main bag, at least I'll have what I have on my person. And I pre-positioned the pants and everything, but I figured, well, what if I feel like, say I can't get to my pants for some strange reason, like a tree fell in between me and you know, the coat hanger that I had the pants ready to go and hanging on, then I'd be screwed. So I figured instead of doing that, you know, I would obviously have my pants on from sleeping. You know, I've been wearing sweatpants and stuff, just no pockets in it. I figured I'd just use this cheapy fanny pack, I guess, that I got from Walmart, and use that as the bag. And then I had this next to my bed, so worst comes to worst, if I have to run out through the window or something, I can at least grab my bag here, and you know, there's a built-in belt to it basically. You see on the outside I strapped the SC Azula, and then in here is basically like the average typical EDC stuff. I have my phone on me. I also have this County Town pouch, which I'm hoping to replace with a nice custom leather pouch, and inside is just a lighter, 4.7 Revo, and my SAC Farmer. That one normally was residing on my belt. I hope that's in frame. Yeah, it should be a frame. Batteries, 2 AA, 2 AAA. An extra, this is extra body for my 4.7 cork. This is AA body. I have the 123A body on the light. It's right now. I got this battery just for purposes of blackouts. You know, AA batteries are much more common to find than 123A cells. And worst comes to worst, if I needed to, I could always use AA batteries in that light. There's also a Phoenix E01. This would be like a giveaway flashlight if I ran into someone who needed a light, or one of my friends or something. It's not the brightest in the world, obviously. It's like 10 lumens or whatever. But when it's completely dark outside, it works very well. And I've gone through night hikes just using this light for practice. And the runtime is amazing. On fresh AAA battery, I believe it runs flat regulated for like 15 hours. Wallet, the Cork 123A. I have it on one set on the low mode, and the other one set on the high mode, just to conserve battery power. We'll ignore this. My EDC knife, 4.7, Spyderco Delica. And then I also have the Rayovac headlamp that I got. It's a single AA battery light, and it's nice. It has a red LED, blue LED, and a main LED with a diffuser. So in the event of a blackout, you don't always want to just completely rely on handheld flashlights, because sometimes you need both hands. Like for example, I pulled this out. This is in my EDC because actually in the evenings I've been wearing this on my head, and when I have to do things like dishes after I cook and eat, I don't want to have to waste extra light by turning on a really bright flashlight and shining it up to the ceiling. Instead, I just use the headlamp, and because it just uses one AA, the runtime's not bad, and I can always quick swap batteries for relatively quick. And it's good for reading too. In the evenings, since there's no power, I've been reading books. You just strap that on your head, point it downwards towards the book, and because of the diffuser, the floodlight is really nice and perfectly bright for reading. I also have a spare 123A battery in here. Most of the batteries I have in this main bag. And then I also have house keys and car keys. And that's basically it. Oh, and like I said, the Azula on the belt. Currently I have my Dozier Yukon Pro Skinner on my belt right now, but this would be like a backup. In terms of walking around the house, I don't really need this stuff. Like, I'm not really calling a lot of people, unless I, have to call for emergencies. So this is actually staying inside this quick fanny pack. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna break this video into sections, so I'll just put a pause here in case I wanna do some post-production editing. And onto the duffel bag. Like I said, this isn't a bug out bag. This isn't a get home bag or anything. This is just stuff that I figured I might need in case I had to evacuate, whether it be to one of the emergency shelters set up, or even like evacuating to a friend's house, or if I had to evacuate in my car and actually physically stay in my car. I've actually slept inside my car before. For those of you who don't know, I drive a Honda Fit. It's not the most powerful car in the world, but graduating out of college with not a lot of savings, can't exactly go and buy a new car, and my parents weren't using theirs, so I basically borrowed it. I do plan on buying a new car eventually and replacing it, getting something more powerful. But the Fit, I've learned to drive that Fit very well. I can drive very aggressively, I guess some people might say, with it. It's nice because while the engine's not a very big engine, it's very low horsepower, very low torque. Suspension's not that great, it's very soft, but it's lightweight, it's relatively fuel efficient depending on how I drive it, and there is a lot of cargo space. And honestly, when you flip the back seats on that car, you can fit two people. Two people can basically under 6 feet can lay down inside the back of that car, and you just kind of tilt the front seats forward a little bit, and that'll be like your pillow, so to speak. So it's a lightweight car, and in a hurricane it's not the most ideal situation because lightweight cars can tend to get blown around by the wind really easily. But as an evacuation car, I would have evacuate it with my roommate. So that's my bag, his bag, and 2 bodies in the car. So that amount of weight would slow down the car, but it would make it more stable on the road. You know, he drives an Altima, which is a heavier car, more powerful engine, but we figured we would take my car because of the cargo area, and the fact that my car is probably a little better maintained since I know more about cars than he does, and I feel I'm definitely the better driver. Anyway, onto the bag. It's not organized very well. It's basically I have clothing on this side and gear on this side. It's a duffel bag. There isn't really much in terms of stuff you could do with organization, and even if you were to like line things up all nice and neat and crap, when you force close this bag and pull the zipper and start moving this bag around, everything moves around. So I have 2 boxes of protein bars, still sealed in this plastic from Amazon. I decided on protein bars instead of MREs or Cliff bars and stuff because they're relatively dense in calories. You know, each bar is 190 calories, but you really get 18 grams of protein per bar, and these are 2 boxes of 6 each in a box, so it's 12. So it's a good amount of calories, and the protein itself will give you a good amount of energy. And it's relatively small package. I could have taken them out of the box and maybe saved a little more space, but I didn't want to get them all crushed and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the next part after all. I forgot my camera only records in 10-minute segments.